Hello all, good morning. Thank you for joining.
Hi Neeraj, good morning. Hi everyone, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Ajib ji, can you just check whether you are able to share your screen or not?
Just a second. Shall I share it?
Yeah, you could just try for 1 second. I have given you the rights, but just
Can you see now?
Huh.
Neeraj, can you see?
Yeah, we can see.
Very good.
We'll start shortly.
Hanji?
We'll start with another 5 to 10
For
minutes.
sure.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Thank you for joining. Can you introduce yourself, sir? Before we start the meeting, we're just letting everybody speak about themselves. Then we have Mr. Vamsi Krishna. Sir, can you unmute yourself and just introduce yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Hi. Good morning, everyone. Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
myself, I am Vamsi Krishna. I am a practicing company secretary and a trademark agent also. So, Mr. Subbarao asked me to join this session. Just immediately, without having second thought, I have joined here. And we are
Yes,
based in Bangalore, Jayanagar.
Very well.
Thank you, Mr. Krishna. Neeraj, he's my friend. Okay, very close. We work together.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you for having this session here. Yes. Let us have understand my things. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Hello, this is Anand, Subbarao's friend. I'm a company secretary and cost accountant.
Hello, Mr. Anand.
Hi, good morning everyone. This is Lekak Agarwal. I am also company secretary and cost accountant.
Good morning.
We have Mr. Ankit with us. Ankit, can you introduce yourself? We are just let everybody just introducing themselves so that everybody know, at least more like a community thing which we are doing.
Yeah, hi, this is Ankit Agarwal from Calcutta. Myself, CA semi-qualified, and I am into personal finance, that is insurance and investment domain, since last 8 years. Thanks.
Thank you, Ankit. We also have Ms. Soumya with us. I think if you can introduce yourself.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
I am doing my MBA right now in the finance domain.
Okay. Thank you for joining. Mr. Anurag Bhattacharya, sir, can you introduce yourself? Welcome, Mr. Saurabh Daga. Mr.
Hello,
Anurag
sir.
Bhattacharya, can you introduce yourself, sir?
Hello, sir. I am Anurag Bhattacharya. Currently, I am doing my company secretary training in THDC India Limited.
Very
Thank you,
good.
sir.
Welcome, Mr. Saurabh Daga. Sir, can you introduce yourself? We are introducing, everybody is introducing themselves. I think it's not.
I'm audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
I'm a company secretary, cost accountant with 25 years of manufacturing industry experience. I'm Subbarav's friend.
Yes, sir.
Subbarav asked me to send me a message to join this. And he's a wonderful education updating person. And he's a very productive in updates and knowledge sharing.
Yeah.
And I found he is one of the very best upcoming leaders in the institute, and he should
Definitely.
be in central council member like that. Such a work he is doing. It's very nice to see him growing better and better.
Okay. We'll have one more introduction and then we'll start today's session. Ms. Nidhi has joined. Nidhi, can you introduce yourself for the benefit of all the participants?
Hello. Hi, this is Nidhi Agarwal. I am also basically from Kolkata, and I am a chartered accountant with 20 years of experience, and I am also a registered valuer. So I have been to Bangalore since last 1 year, and I have been trying to develop my practice, and I am reading fintech advisors, updates regularly. So it is very helpful. And yeah, thank you. It's very, very helpful. I must say that. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Nidhi. So before we start, I'll just let all the participants know. So this is going to be around a 1 hour session, mostly covering international trademarks and the impact of the global trade wars and all on the trademark part. I would request everybody not to speak during the session. We will give after 10-15 minutes, we will give time to all the participants to ask any questions from the speaker. If they have anything urgent, they can write in the chat box so that when the time comes, we will speak out and we will ask the question from the speaker. This way, the momentum of the topic will not be broken. With this, I'll start today's session. So welcome all. We are here today to discuss on a very pertinent topic, which is the impact of trademarks and strategies to grow your business and such conditions among the trade wars, which is happening. Everybody know how the volatile the market has become overall, and that is why the importance of trademark cannot be underestimated. So we at FinTrack, we believe that these type of sessions are necessary, and these sessions are different from what general topics are happening overall in the market. We want to educate all our participants upon the changing climate, the geopolitics, as well as the different areas on which they can work. And accordingly, today we have Mr. Harshdeep Narula with us. His introduction will be done by our co-moderator, Mr. Venkata Subbarao. Sir, over to you.
Thank you, Neeraj. First of all, welcome all the participants for this exclusively. Okay, very important. As you know that, as Neeraj said, it is the right now the trade wars is happening. Okay, like we are daily we see that paper. Okay, like 200%, 500% trade wars, and also like where okay our clients also affected with this trade wars so many times. Okay, even we have seen recently the business has been okay gone to insolvency because of they are not able to export and because of high tariffs. Okay, today we are going to discuss how to mitigate and trademarks about this. We have Mr. Harshdeep Singh Nurala is a practicing company secretary and is a fellow member of the Institute of Company Secretaries of India with over 7.5 years of experience in corporate and regulatory advice. Thank you, Harshdeep, for accepting our request and to discuss on this trademark. And also he specializes in intellectual property rights, international trademarks, real estate laws and RERA matters, and startup advisory, and is recognized as a trusted advisor to startups and SMEs and growing enterprise. And his advisory approach emphasizes regulatory compliance, strategic risk management, and sustainable business growth. And he holds degree in Bachelor of Law and Bachelor of Commerce, and enabling him to deliver well-rounded legal and commercial solutions with a strong focus on ethics and professional experience. Excellence. Thank you, Harshdeep, once again, and welcome to this session, and request you to start.
Thank you, Venkataji, very much for introducing me. Hi, everyone. Good morning. So, first of all, I would like to say thank you to Neeraj for building this community. I think this is one of the very different community I have seen in our CA or CS groups. Someone has taken an initiative to bring all the professionals, to call all the professionals, gather quality professionals, allowing them to join the group and letting them see how it works and giving them leads, also providing knowledge to all of them, all of the world. Like Nidhi said, that she has been reading articles of Interact. There are many different professionals who came together just because of Neeraj efforts. I have been seeing him making so many efforts, like even it's 11 p.m. at night, it's 2 a.m., it's any time of the day. He's always working, even with Sunday, Saturday, any day, any time he's working for building Interact community. And within, I think, just few months, he has built this community very well. And I think it's only his efforts and all of the Fintrack community member efforts that this community has been doing very well. And also welcome to our very first session. And thank you very much, Neeraj.
Thank you, sir.
So before starting this session, I would say that this is one of most of the weird topics I selected, because the combination of this tariffs, trademarks, and trade wars is very unique to me, and also it is a reality, I would say, because my clients, your clients, we consultants are getting affected from this. Trade wars, trademarks are not just affecting our clients, it's affecting our proposed clients as well. It's affecting consultant as well. We are not able to convince the clients to do the business there. We are not able to convince them for the strategies, because you can see recently there are many trade tariffs are going on. Earlier there was trade wars. Now trade wars plus tariffs are going on. For example, US, you can see Trump has been introducing 25% tariff, 50% tariff. All of a sudden, a bill has been introduced to the Parliament of United States for 500% tariffs. So this is a very, very strong thing for India, because India is very much behind right now. It is on a developing stage. It is still on a developing stage, and it is going to reach on a very good peak if these things do not affect India. So the topic of the session is impact on trademarks and strategies to grow under tariffs and trade wars. So introduction to tariffs and trade wars. First of all, I'll just like to explain how tariffs and trademarks do tariffs and trade wars do work. So, for example, I would say tariffs do not affect the country. Tariffs do affect two people here. tariff affect, suppose exporters like us in India? If we are exporting any goods to the US, it's affecting exporters and it's affecting the common people of the United States. Now, if the common people of the United States are being affected, why they are in support of Trump? This is the big question. So the question behind it, because of the tariffs being imposed on a country like India. For example, we are taking India, it's been imposed on many countries. For example, it's been imposed on India. However, the major effect of the tariffs is for the business growth of the United States. The businessmen are being grown because they can produce the products and they can sell it on a very low margin. I'll give you an example. For example, this is a watch. And suppose India is selling this watch for 100 rupees to United States. And with tariffs, it's being sold for 150 rupees and $150. And the person in United States buying for $100, now it's buying for $150. Means that $50 has to be paid for this watch extra. Now the thing is, customer is suffering. We are suffering because we cannot sell it on $150 because it was $100 earlier. Now the businessman of the United States will sell it on 110, 120. They can grow like this. That's why tariffs are being imposed. Now we'll mix this tariffs with trade wars. For example, there has been trade wars with the US and Russia. Trade wars do affect the businesses as well, trade channels as well. So you must be wondering why I chose this topic, that where tariffs and trademarks are being correlated to the trademarks. Tariffs and trade wars are being related to the trademarks. Now I would say every brand, every business, the core of every business these days, it's trademarks, copyrights, patents. The very first thing a person starts a business is chooses a name, because the brand building is very difficult these days. I chose this career. It's been around 11 years. I chose this background of intellectual properties because I foresee the future, that in future there are very less names will be there. The brands will value that very much, because there are chartered accountants, cost accountants, and company secretaries joined at this session. They must have seen that the brand value, the concentration on the brands have been increased widely. Earlier there was like assets, now tangible assets, now intangible assets are being valued more than tangible assets. Let's begin. Tariffs and trade wars significantly affect international business landscapes, creating complex challenges for companies navigating evolving regulatory environments and market dynamics, and ultimately impacting their trademark strategies and growth opportunities. So it does affect the businesses, being the businesses of the country who's imposing the tariffs and being the country who has been imposed the tariffs on. It affects everyone. So who creates tariffs? I would say the tariffs, trade wars and tariffs are not accidents. You also know that. You have seen Trump, what he's doing. He's imposing unnecessarily tariffs. He's speaking unnecessarily on things. So they are deliberate government policies. You know that clearly. Once imposed, they usually stay for years. So now the thing is, they stay for years. That means you have to change your strategy. You have to convince your clients to change the strategy. Suppose your client is selling to the United States, or it's selling to Brazil, for example. So now the tariffs are being imposed. They won't go for years. So our clients, our businesses of India cannot be like, we'll stop the production, we'll not sell in that country, or we'll not change the strategy. We have to do that. So many businesses make the mistake of waiting for things to become normal, like I said. During that waiting period, distributors move on. Suppose there are things on the shelf of a store, D-Mart, for example, Walmart, and your product will be moved from there, because distributors of that particular country, United States in this matter, will not wait for your product for the tariffs to go back. You have to either sell your product on a lower rate, or you have to make sure that you make a deal with someone else for distributing your products, or you just have to stop doing business to the country and sell your trademark to that brand name to someone in that country. Companies that accept reality early and change their business and trademark strategies survive and grow. Those who resist really lose market permanently. So this topic is kind of very personal to me as well, because I have a client and in India, and they have a very big business in India. They wanted to start in few countries, and one of the country was United States. So everything was finalized. We had checked trademark in every class. We had checked company incorporation things. We have checked every necessary food licensing in that particular country, United States. However, the tariffs, when the proposal was accepted, the first tranche of the fee was coming. The same day tariffs were imposed, and I got a call from my client that Harshdeep ji, रहने देते हैं अभी, ये तो नहीं हो पाएगा हमसे. So this thing is the beginning of the tariff. Still, that client has not stepped into the US. So he's losing the US market. He has a very big market in countries like India, Australia as well. Moving further, at that time I could not convince him, so I will convince him now. Those who really resist reality lose markets permanently, because this is the reality tariffs. They are not going very soon. Impact of tariffs on trademarks. Exporting good means your income depends on trucks, ships, custom duties. Like for us, a businessman in India is dependent upon trucks, ships, custom duties, etc. The moment tariff increase, export becomes unprofitable. But when you own a brand, you don't have to move goods yourself. Like I said earlier, you can sell your trademarks. You allow someone in that country to manufacture and then sell your under that trademark. For example, a product is of $100. Now, if 500% tariffs are being imposed, do you think an Indian business can sell that product in that country? That is a clear no. The people of that country can buy for $100, $150, even $200. Why would they buy for 5x of that amount? So in that case, what you can do is, when you own a brand, you don't have to move goods yourself. You allow someone in that country to manufacture. For example, in a recent case, we have seen when the US was saying don't buy oil from Russia to India. So it was rerouting. So that indirectly it comes from any other country who imposes less tariffs. So you allow someone in that country, or you allow someone in other country to sell your products under your brand name, and you earn royalty. Governments can tax goods, but they cannot put tariffs on brand ownerships. That is why during trade wars, smart businesses stop depending only on export and start depending on their brand. So in this topic, I would say there is a lot of the benefit for CA community, CMA community, and CS community. Because I feel I would not, Neeraj, I would not know that many of the cost accountants will be joining, because this is the most important topic for cost accountants here. They can be the most beneficial for the businesses when there are tariffs and when there are trade wars, except company secretaries, lawyers, and chartered accountants. Moving further. So what are the negative impacts on the tariff? When we are talking about the negative impacts, we are talking about for both of countries, the country who is exporting and the country who's importing. Here we are, from the very beginning, we took two examples, US and India. Increased cost, number one negative. Tariff leads to higher price for imported goods, placing a direct financial burden on businessman and consumer, which can ultimately reduce demand in the market. Demand of what? Demand of our product. That means it is negative point for us, but the positive point is for the businesses of United States, local businesses. Supply chain disruptions. Trade wars create uncertainty in supply chains, causing delays and interruptions that hinder production capabilities and complicate logistics for businesses reliant on international suppliers. That's obvious. Reduce profit margins. So when there are tariffs, either you can do one thing or another. For example, you were selling a product for 100 USD. Now, because of the tariffs, it's for the 150 USD. Either you will stop selling in that country, or what you will do is you will bring your cost down to 70 USD plus tariffs. So that the burden falls on you and the burden doesn't fall on the consumer itself. This is a strategy where you suffer a lot of losses. Moving further, what are the positive impacts? Domestic market protection. So this positive impact, first positive impact is for the United States in this example, not for India. Tariffs provide a shield for local businesses. That's why I would say why people still are ready to vote for Trump. The local people are ready to vote for Trump, despite that their goods are being, they are getting very expensive goods, because who's the taxpayer here? Consumer who's earning 1000 USD is buying for 100 USD. Now he's willing to pay 150 USD. So consumer is being affected, not the government, because the government got the tax on that 100 USD already. The government is now getting taxes from the local businesses. That's why the government is boosting tariffs. The government of US is boosting tariffs so that their businesses grow and they get more of the taxes there, allowing them to compete against foreign markets and maintain market share in the home country. Like I said, most of the farmers in the US do support Trump for this reason. Innovative incentives. Increased tariffs can drive businesses to invest in innovative solutions. This example is for Indian businessmen. And technologies, enhancing their competitive edge and fostering economic growth. When you have nothing, when you have left with no options, obviously you will find few options and make some innovations, make some creativity to sell your products. This will be brainstorming for businesses of India. It has been working well, I would say, except for the stock market. It's not working well. So brand valuation increase. With reduced competition from imports, businesses may experience an increase in brand value as customers develop loyalty to domestic products and services in more protected market. So there are many more slides. I would like to ask anyone would like to ask any questions, would like to give any point of view or any other thing.
If anybody has any question, they can unmute themselves or they can write in the chat box also. And we'll make sure that Mr. Hajib Nalwar replies to the question. So Hajib, one question from my side. So much tariff and so much volatility is happening in the international market, especially US. So it is actually hurting the brand image of these US companies also, right? Like, because there's not a lot of reliability. So if you hear that statement by a French president in the World Economic Forum, I think in Davos, Switzerland, so he said that Europe may be slow, but Europe is at least reliable as compared to US. So did not name US technically. So there's a loss of brand. So now whether you will suggest your clients to maybe not go for US trademark and instead go for some European trademarks, and if so, whether we have a comprehensive, because Europe has around some 58 countries in Europe. So whether there is one comprehensive European trademark or we have to take trademark for every country of Europe.
So now the answer to your question is in this particular slide as well. And there will be one more slide for comparison of the what you said, European countries and US countries. Like you said, the brand value of the US countries is very less in parallels to European countries. I would like to start this slide. I would explain you here, and then there will be an example further which will clear the doubt itself. So in this slides, the heading is operational flexibility through trademark control. Local manufacturing. Tariffs apply to imports, not local productions. So everyone knows that businesses can avoid tariffs by manufacturing in the target country. Like our businesses can go to United States and settle there and start their business. So what else we can do? There is market diversification. Like Neeraj said, why can't we, can we start doing business in European countries? Yes. Trade wars affect specific countries, not all markets. Trademarks enable quick entry into alternative regions like Asian countries. Of Africa. Africa is a very prominent market in coming 5 or 10 years, or the Middle East, and also European countries. Early trademark registration allow businesses to shift markets smoothly. Now, what mistakes people do generally is they don't protect their businesses. Whenever we get a client, we ask them, what business are you doing right now? What business will you do in coming 5 years? And what business you are going to do in coming 10 years? Because you need to have a clear vision so that we can protect your brand in those particular classes. And in which countries are you going? For example, a client says, I'm going only to US. We suggest go to the multiple countries. Because when we are filing an international trademark application, there is a base fee, either of 653 for a word mark, for example, or if it's a colorful logo, then it's 953 Swiss francs. When we multiply Swiss francs into INR, it's a very huge amount. For example, if my client today says, I want to HD, I want to do in United States. After a month, he comes and say, I want to do in Canada, I want to do in Dubai. And what happens is he's paying 653 Swiss franc extra on that every particular application. Now, what we suggest, bring us those 5 to 10 countries, which you think you would be doing business in coming few years. so that we protect your brand as early as possible. Because I would say, if you are doing business in US for last 10 years and you do not protect that brand name, let's say in United Arab Estates, UAE, what happens in those 10 years? Someone else will copy your brand name and apply. Someone may be local from our neighbor countries, or someone local from that United Arab States, say Dubai. They copy your brand and they get trademark registration in Dubai. Now what happens is you have built a brand in United States and all over the world. Everyone sees the ads today, Facebook, Instagram, everything. Now you are being kicked out of United States because of the tariffs. Now you're trying to go to Dubai. Now when you are going to Dubai, you will see that your brand has already been registered in the name of someone else. So in this case, what we suggest clients is to tell us those countries in which you will be near future, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years are going to start your business. Because unlike patents, trademark is what? Is a domestic subject. You have to get trademark for each and every country. For example, if you have trademark in India, you are not protected in your neighboring country or any other country. If you have trademark in UK, you are not protected in India. So you have to get trademark in each and every country in which you are going to do business. Because in today's environment, there are billions of people. That means billions of minds, billions of businesses. So you'll hardly see any names left for you or your clients. So that's why early trademarks are very necessary. Moving further, strategies for growth, as we said, diversify markets, expanding into new markets, mitigate risk associated with tariffs, allowing businesses to reach broader customer bases. Diversify your markets, strengthen your brand. A strong brand identity enhances customer loyalty. How can you do that? Being in the multiple countries, be good in your country. So I'll come with this example, as also Neeraj said, United States and European countries, there is going to be a slight reduce imports, decrease dependency on imports. Some people are dependent upon imports only. Let's say Indian market is also very big right now. Our Indian businesses are not able to capture 80% of the Indian market. It's been captured by either China, European countries, United States, etc. Most of it has been captured by China. We are not able to still compete with China. We should do that. Moving further.
Ashadeep, this is Subbarao. See, when we are talking about tariffs and trade restrictions, yes, we know that, okay, there is an impact for the business, because which I was exporting, now I cannot export, then it is impact obviously my revenue. But okay, for the benefit of the audience, like how can it impact your brand value and trademark? Can you explain?
So tariffs do not impact your brand value, but the trade wars does. So I would say there are two things here. When the brand value comes down under tariffs and when the brand value comes down under trade wars. So when there are tariffs, for example, you are selling your product for 100 USD. Now there are 500% tariffs and you have to sell it for how much? 500 USD. Now what happens here? Sorry, 600 USD plus 500. So now what happens here? You are unable to sell it. In that case, you have a trademark in that particular country, say United States, but your product is not on that shelves. That means people are forgetting your brands. Now there are two things under this as well, under tariffs itself. Number one thing is people are forgetting your brand because your product is not being sold on shelves because there is higher tariffs. Second is when there is when for a longer period of time, let's say 5 years, you do not make any sales, you do not have any invoices, you do not have any usage proof in that particular country, you lose the monopoly on your trademark, and someone else can apply your trademark and prove that this person has been not using this trademark for 5 years by filing rectification application, so that your monopoly is dead, your trademark abundance, and someone else applies for that trademark.
Correct. Thank you. Thank you. That means, okay, like we need to force to do like rebrand and localize our brand trademarks, or okay, even alter our brand positioning. All it is required for these trade wars or tariffs.
So, for example, like we started with the trade war, the tariffs are not going to go very soon, right? So in that case, what we can do is we can at least make few of our, you all can suggest your clients to make at least few of sales in losses to that particular country, so that there is invoicing and someone does not copy your brand and someone doesn't file rectification or any petition against your trademark in that particular country. I think every one of you should suggest to your clients this. Even if it's loss, there is loss in your sale, just do that. Even it's $1,000, $1 lakh, anything. Because the thing is, there has to be invoicing, there has to be proof that you are being using the brand name in that particular country. Unlike trade wars,
Yeah, correct.
you actually kind of lose your brand in trade wars. In that case, Madrid Protocol, Vienna codification works. I would explain that in our coming slides.
Okay, thank you, Ashraf.
Welcome. Moving further,
Yes, please.
strategic brand and product positioning. So tariffs increase product prices and weak brands lose customers. Strong brands reposition themselves as premium or value driven, allowing them to pass on higher costs. A strong trademark supports pricing power and protects profitability even when volume falls. This is indirectly and directly related to what Neeraj ji said, that Harshji, in the United States, the brands do not have value. Actually, they don't have that value. European countries do have value. Like when we say about the clothing, why we are all fond for European brands? When we are talking about bikes, why we are fond of Harley Davidson, why we are fond of other manufacturings which are for example, German liquor, your bikes, your clothing, they have strong brands. Unlike United States, they do not have that. So you have to reposition your brand as a strong image. Moving further, product and class strategy. Tariffs often apply only on specific products. So I would give you example in this. Suppose you have to diversify yourself and the businesses of your clients here. For example, your clients is selling clothes, okay, and a country, Trump, imposes 500 tariff on clothes, but Trump is not imposing 500 tariff. Let's say it's imposing 25% tariffs on toys. So what you should do in this case? You have a business, you have a brand, you have production chain, you have your factory. You have to diversify your production in those products as well, which the tariffs are low. Because on all the products, the tariff is not 500%, the tariff is not 50%, the tariff is not 25%. Tariff is different for different products, and most of the time tariff is high for those products for which the local manufacturer of the US is selling that product. Moving further, I hope you understood this point. If anyone have question in this point, please do let me know.
Yeah, we can have a 10-second gap. Anybody have any question? They can unmute themselves. I think actually we can continue.
Okay. So trade war impact. A trade war between United States and China has led to significant export challenges, yet companies with strong trademarks have managed to preserve their brand identity and re-enter the markets. So whenever there is a fight, whenever there is a conflict, it always begins with only one thing, that is United States. So in this case also, United States, US and China trade war. In 2018, what happened was the US initiated tariffs on Chinese goods, marking the start of escalating trade tensions. So it's always the US being starting these things. China responds with its own tariffs, like India does, on US imports, leading to prolonged period of economy uncertainty. Subsequent talks aimed to resolve disputes culminated in phase 1 trade in 2020. So I don't know if any one of you or every one of you know about this thing, that United States was not first imposing tariffs on India, but India was imposing tariffs on United States. So which triggered this tariff game? So it's been very long. United States has been requesting India to reduce their tariffs on the products of US, but India did not do that. So in that case, the game was opposite. United States started imposing tariffs on India. So we would also say here is mistake of India as well. So let's talk one thing about tariffs. I'll give you an example here. Suppose I am India. There is a country, Brazil. There is a country, let's say Canada. There is a country, United States. So as per the conventions, as per the protocol, can anyone tell me that if United States is imposing tariffs on, let's say, toys, 50% tariff on toys to Canada, can it impose 500% on India or not?
They cannot impose.
Okay, then why they are imposing on us? Why they are not? They are imposing only on countries like China, Brazil,
See,
and India who are purchasing.
There are different reasons are as you know that we have that trade with Russia. Then again, even we are going to trade with China and closely moving different reasons. Okay, even is the imposing the tariff based on company country to country.
No, that's what I am saying. If United States, if someone is selling toys to United States, let's say Canada is selling, China is selling, India is selling, and let's say our neighboring country Pakistan is selling, can United States impose different tariffs on different countries? Let's say on Pakistan 0%, India 500%, Canada 0%, Brazil 25%, China 100%. Can they do so?
So that is the meaning of retaliatory tariff that they are doing. So they are saying that because these countries are imposing the tariffs on us, that is why we are retaliating. So that is why the tariffs are different. Now I think WTO has certain guidelines regarding tariff imposition, but US has now I think more or less decided to even leave WTO. So that is why they don't have any rules. They can do whatever they want in respect to each country. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
So it is kind of correct, and it is most of a reason because of these cold wars. They are they have a reasoning that they are trying to protect the integrity. They are trying to protect themselves from these countries. Now they say when they are at war, trade war or cold war with Russia, and anyone who is supporting Russia will are getting higher tariffs because they are saying they have to protect their own country. So there are loopholes in every law. So this loophole is for US to protect soil of United States, to protect the integrity, to protect the businesses of United States. It is doing so because it is on cold war with Russia. If there was no cold war with Russia, then United States had to impose similar tariffs on all the countries, be it Canada, US, or be it Brazil, India, any country. If it's 5% for one country, it's 5% for every country. However, in this case, because of that particular trade war, Cold War, India is being punished for this thing as well. Majorly, our businesses are being punished for this thing. Moving further. So this is for the professionals, I would say. Professionals as growth enablers during trade wars. So first, it's chartered accountants, help businesses structure for tariffs by planning taxes, royalty income, trademark valuation. So there are two things for chartered accountants here. I would say one is your royalty income. You have to, when there is a tariff war, I would say it is a war only. When there is a tariff war, if you are being imposed that much of a tariff, what you can suggest your client? You have to suggest that you have a brand name. You have a very good brand name. Why don't you just give that brand name to someone else in that particular country who will produce for you, who will produce on the same standards, who will put a factory on the same standards and will sell in the name of your brand. And what you will get in return? Royalty. You can make an agreement, you can calculate the royalty on this case. Second is when there is royalty, means you are not selling the trademark, you're just giving the rights. However, if you think that you are not going to do the business, so what a CA should say to that client, that you have to sell your trademark because you know that for 5 years, 10 years, the brand value will go. When you have that particular brand value in your hand, what you have to do is do the valuation of that trademark, and then what? Sell that trademark in that particular country. People are ready to buy, people are ready to invest in the brands which are good in that particular area. So what is for the cost accountants here? Analyze tariff impact on cost and margins and guide whether exporting, licensing or local manufacturing is more profitable. So I think cost accountants has the biggest role in it. When it comes to a CA, it comes to a CS, it comes to a lawyer, it is like we don't have any option. We have to choose an option here. We have to make another option. But when it comes to a cost accountant, it means they have to figure out the solutions. Other professionals are options. We have to find option, what we can sell, what agreement can we do, in which country we can go. There is always a possibility of risk in our option. There is always a possibility that this will work or not. But when we are talking about the cost accountants, they play a very key role here, especially when there is currently the tariffs are going. I think the cost accountants have a bright future in their hands if they can convince their clients that how they can increase their profit margins and how can they reduce the cost in this case, because this is a very good thing for them. Company secretaries structure cross-border entities, trademark licensing agreement while ensuring FEMA, FDI, and corporate compliance. So what a CS can do? I would say guide your client, like where to protect, when to protect, in which countries to go, in which countries do you have to do licensing. Check the background if you have to, or if you're selling to someone, check the background of other countries if you want to see that your client's business will work. So this is what your CS can do. And the lawyers, obviously, they have a bigger role in this. When there is a war, what they have to do is protect trademark through enforcement, handle squatting and non-use risk. So I was asked a question like, what will be the impact of trade wars? So this is the impact, non-use risk. That means if you're not using a brand for 5 years, then the monopoly, you cannot get the monopoly of that brand, and someone else can file the rectification and remove your brand from the particular country. For example, in India, let's say Tata. Tata is absent from the market for example, for 5 years. So, and they haven't sold a product. What will happen? Someone else, after 5 years are being completed, file a rectification application on the Tata trademark, and they'll say they are not using this trademark from past 5 years and they cannot get the monopoly. Like, आप लेके रख नहीं सकते चीज को, and you have to make sure that the business is running. This is the reason. Then comes squatting. So anyone can tell what trademark squatting is. Unlike gym, you do squats in gym. What is trademark squatting? If anyone can give an example here. Neeraj ji, do you have any idea about this thing?
Sir, I don't even do gym squatting.
Anyone else have idea what trademark? What I have written handle squatting. What is squatting? So I have to make sure that if I'm using these fancy terms, you should understand what trademark squatting is, how you can safeguard your clients here. Anyone? So I would like to give an example of PlayStation. So in India, you know, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, everyone must have heard about it, right? So
Yes.
PS4, because PS comes after many years. PlayStations do take like 5 years, 7 years of time to bring their newer model, unlike iPhones coming every year. So what happened was, there was PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 trademark in India, but they did not secure PS5 trademark in India. So a guy from Delhi was, what he did was, he applied for trademark for PS5 in India itself, and he got it. And that is trademark squatting. That means you find an opportunity. It is legal, but it is not morally right. And what is morally right or wrong, we cannot be judge of that. It might be unethical for someone. So for some people, it's ethical. It might be, it's not, but it is legal. So what happened was, there were contracts, there were fights, and what there would be an initial lower cost. A country would have protected PS5, PS6 until PS100. They did not do that. Now they spent a lot of money on that PS5, and they got secured finally by striking a deal with a guy that who applied from Delhi. Moving further, that is trademark squatting. That means opportunity. For example, Neeraj ji, I would say there is trade war between India and US. So you have iPhone, and the next model will be coming iPhone 18, 19, 20, 21 for let's say. If there is trade war in US, the Apple from US is not able to apply trademark in India for that case in that particular period. So someone will from India will apply, let's say, for Apple iPhone 25. So what, after 5 years, Apple comes back to India and they see that they cannot introduce those models again. So this is what the opportunity people see in the trademark squatting, and they strike a deal. For example, someone bought Meta.com or GeoHotstar.com. So this is what people do for striking a deal. It
This
is,
is a real case, geohotstar.com.
yeah, Meta case is also legal. Sorry, real. And PS5 case is also this thing. But I think the Geo Hotstar case was resolved, and those two kids did not even take money. The
Yeah,
two kids from
in
Dubai.
Geo case, it was more like a pressure and coercion which happened on that person. So
There were two kids from Dubai.
actually, one person had bought in India, and he was given a lot of pressure was put on him to, because Geo and all, they threatened that we will put up so much legal cases on you that you will not be able to handle it. So
Correct,
what then he did was he transferred the trademark to two kids, in two influencers type of kids in Dubai.
Hmm.
And then I think they sold the trademark to.
No, they bought it from here.
Correct.
They from this guy. Everyone is seeking opportunity. I think everyone is right at their place. Moving further, vulnerability of trademarks. So during trade wars create unprecedented challenges for trademarks. Increasing scrutiny leads to potential loss of protection, especially for foreign brands. Additionally, economic retaliation can undermine trademark enforcement, while heightening competition often results in infringement risk. So when I talk about the infringement risk, have anyone heard about what Russia did and what Russian businesses did when there was trade war with US, when it began like many years ago? So I would say I will start this thing, just a second. So Neeraj ji, this is your example here. United States versus EU. So everyone can see there is a Harley Davidson here. So Harley Davidson is a very popular brand. It's everyone knows. Every kid knows, every boy knows, every man knows about this brand. So the tariff impact on Harley Davidson has been substantial, prompting the company to rethink its operational strategies. In response to increased tariffs on imported motorcycles, Harley Davidson has implemented measures to restructure its production. This includes shifting some manufacturing to facilities outside the US to mitigate costs while maintaining brand integrity. So when there is a trade war or a tariff imposed, when there is a very good brand, trusted brand, let's say you eat basmati rice, there is a particular brand everyone selects. Then in that case, obviously, when there are tariffs, either you will buy on higher rates or you will stop eating rice or you'll avoid other brands. In this case also, Harley Davidson took some time. They restructured it. They were selling on higher rates. Then they moved their production to that particular country and started selling. Then meanwhile, people had only trust, the bikers had only trust in Harley Davidson itself. The experience illustrates how strong trademarks supports flexibility. People did not start, they waited. They did not move to Royal Enfield or any ESD or any other brands that the particular country had. This adaptability underscores the significance of trademarks in facilitating long-term success with the global trade landscape. So, Neeraj ji and everyone else, do you know about this case study? You must have heard about when there were tensions between Russia and the United States. So, what happened? So, people starting the businesses starting copying the brands. Is it legal? It's not illegal. This is a question here. What the Madrid Protocol is doing? What is World Intellectual Property Organization doing here? So when there was a war, what happened was many countries, many companies started copying the United States brand. For example, the most famous case was there for McDonald's. McDonald's exit from Russia amid geopolitical tensions led to the rise of local copycats. Suppose McDonald's is this, people started making this. There are separate Burger King, there are separate chains of McDonald's with other names have started there with same taste. What they did was they copied their whole of intellectual property, including trademarks, copyright, design, and patent. They copied everything during trade war. So how would you manage how would you tell your clients to protect your businesses when there is a trade war like this? Everything has been copying. So what WIPO was doing here, this was the major case at that time. So policy solution for trademark protection. countries can strengthen trademark laws to address vulnerabilities. For example, there is a war right now. There is a tariffs right now. There could be a war. There could be a trade war in near future. What countries like India or other countries should do? They should make an agreement. They should make MOUs right now only, that ensuring robust protection against infringement and misuse in the time of trade wars. International agreements, cooperation through international treaties enhance trademark protection. There are treaties for this, WIPO, and under that Madrid, there is a protocol for Madrid Protocol. There are conventions under that as well. There is Hague Convention, there is Vienna Conventions. Cooperation through international treaties enhance trade protections, trademark protection, facilitating smoother cross-border enforcement and reducing the risk of disputes during trade conflicts. Like I said, legal enforcement. Effective legal systems are essential for enforcing trademark rights, providing businesses with tools to challenge infringements and emit changing trade dynamics. So when the countries know that something like this will happen in near future, what they should do is they should do the agreements, they should do the treaties right now, right away only. Moving further. So what is the role of Madrid Protocol? So let's say when there is a violation of human rights.
हर्षदीप जी
जी
अभी आपने देखा होगा लास्ट वीक न्यूज आया था अबाउट पिज्जा हट ओपनिंग इन पाकिस्तान सो दैट वुड बी ट्रेडमार्क वायलेशन टू आई थिंक
that is actually in that case, that is not just trademark violation, that is violation of the Design Act as well. That is violation of, if they are copying the
do you know any
size of
cases against them, the whole country, like
I think there is not just trademark, there is trademark, copyright, patent, everything. So I haven't read that news. So actually you gave me a topic here. It's actually very interesting news. I don't even know that from which country does Pizza Hut belongs. I think it's, is it United States itself?
it is in Italy.
Oh, it's Italy. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say because
from there only, yeah.
Okay, because Pakistan is a puppet of United States. I was wondering that why would Pakistan do that? Because they are literally puppets of United States.
They don't have guts. It's just, they are guided by someone, yeah.
Actually, they cannot go against Pakistan because it's kind of they get their aids from there.
Their central minister only opened this.
Defense minister.
Inaugurated.
I just googled. So Pizza Hut parent company is actually Yum Brand, which is based out of Texas, US.
Okay.
And it was founded by two brothers, Dan and Frank Carney.
This is the news actually. Thank you for bringing this to my note.
I was actually about to ask Khushbu ji. Khushbu ji, if you are available, just some words on our FinTech journey so far and what we are trying to do here.
Yeah, it's a wonderful. Like when I joined you told me I was a little hesitant, but once I joined and started, my blogs are getting published. So by publishing it in my posting in my status and my blogs, other blogs also, I'm getting leads. And with others also, it's very great to see how people are getting. We are enrolling people in FinTech and how all are getting the benefit. Every day we are getting leads. So sometimes it happens the lead is coming, 3-4 FinTech members are only approaching you. It's very good actually. It's a very good platform. With this AI integration, I am looking forward what will come next.
Thank you. Thank you, Khushbu. Apologies, Harjit, for interrupting you.
I would once again say that it's all your efforts and combined efforts of FinTech community. Because मैंने आपसे ना पूछा था एक बार. It's been like 7-8 months or more months. I don't remember that time. मैंने पूछा नीरज जी आप कैसे कर लेते हो? Like how are you always available posting? Tell me that thing because you are very much active on LinkedIn. Why we cannot do that? Why we are unable to do that? So Neeraj ji, first of all, we want to know that thing from you. Then we will continue this.
No, in FinTech का LinkedIn वाला ही बहुत अच्छा है. I have taken that also for 3 months. I got good leads. My followers have now increased almost 8.5K.
Wow.
So it's organic only. We have not done any kind of thing. Just by the correct kind of contact you make in LinkedIn and getting leads also. So FinTech LinkedIn services is very good. I would also recommend you to once try at least. whatever you are getting. I don't know what's your role, and this trademark thing is very good, but I am not getting into the technicalities. From since I am trying to list, I learn what is trademark, what is crop protection, but the technical things, the tariffs and all, how it will impact us, that I am not aware right now also.
So, ma'am, what is your practice and what are you practicing?
I am also CS, so we are compliance professionals, and I also do valuations.
You do valuations.
Yes.
So you have many things here in your basket here. You have trademark valuation. When there are tariffs, you have to suggest your clients that when they have to sell, when they have not to sell. And then you have suggesting your clients in which countries to go and which countries not to go. So this is very important subject for CS as well, because we have read this in our syllabuses when we were students of ICISI. And
so are you trademark practitioner?
I'm trademark practitioner, as well as I'm a real estate practitioner in Gurgaon.
Oh, so you do RERA also, I think.
I do RERA, RERA particularly Punjab, Haryana, Goa, Uttar Pradesh, Delhi, and trademark internationally and domestically everywhere.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So I don't know how to reshare my screen. I cannot see it.
No, you are.
It's there. I can see your screen.
I cannot see actually. How to like toggle in this?
So you were only presenting. Either if you want, you can just, if you're not able to see, then do one thing, just click on resharing or something.
Okay, can you see it right now?
Yeah, we are seeing.
So the Madrid Protocol enables businesses to efficiently register. I would say when there are countries, when there are things, when there are human right violation, when there are to protect the nuclear war, there are always treaties, there are always convention there. For in this case, there is a Madrid Protocol enhancing trademark protection worldwide. So when there is a parent, and under those there are countries who are part of that conventions, who are part of that protocol, who have signed that conventions and protocols, they are binded by this, even in the time of trade wars. The Madrid Protocol enables businesses to efficiently register and manage their trademark internationally, mitigating vulnerabilities during trade wars and ensuring global protection. This is what they say, but this is not how Trump do behave. Like, he finds every reason to start a war in every case. Moving further. How do I move this thing? Just a second.
Now reshare your screen, sir. I think it will come.
It came back.
Yeah.
So understanding the Vienna Conventions. So under Vienna codification, I think that any one of you, even if they have filed any trademark for their client, or if they filed their own trademark, or if they have seen someone filing a trademark, they must have seen there comes a status that is before formalities check pass. If you're filing a logo, there comes a status sent to Vienna codification. So Vienna codification is directly related to Vienna Convention. So Vienna Convention is protecting those codes, are protecting the nice classes. Nice classes are the trademark classes. All of your goods, all of your services which you are providing are segregated between 45 trademark classes. Those are called nice classes. You say you are selling toys, you are selling clothes, you are selling paint, you are selling your services. Every service or product falls under these 45 classes only, and they do not get away from these. So this Vienna codification in particularly do not protect the word here, they protect the logos. For example, you cannot have a monopoly on, let's say, star, just star, or a tree, a dog, for example. The Vienna Convention offers essential protection for logo and device marks, ensuring that trademark rights are upheld during trade conflicts. If there is a logo, it goes through Vienna codification. If it passes that codification, there comes a next step. That means there are few things you cannot trademark as per Vienna codification, and if you're trademarking them, then they come under protection of Vienna codification. Moving further. So this is, I wrote this thing. So trade wars and tariffs do not destroy trademarks. Trade war and tariffs do not destroy trademarks. They reveal weakness in the strategy. Well-structured and resilient brands can continue to grow even amid trade tensions. So most of the brands like are exiting United States, but there are many brands. They actually they strengthened themselves and they are still selling in the United States. So that was my time. I think Neeraj ji thoda jaldi khatam ho gaya ye. Apologies for that. Anyone having any question on trademarks, how they can convince their clients, how they can file a trademark, how they can file internationally, how they can suggest their clients to for the countries, how they can search for the countries.
Yeah, Ashdeep, see, since we are talking cross-border and international trademarks, like if I have international trademarks as a company, like how do I protect as the trade wars, okay, tariff is going on, how I can proactively, review my international trademarks and how to protect it?
So when we are talking about reviewing and protecting, so there are two things here as well. First of all, either you will file your trademark application through WIPO platform, that is World Intellectual Property Organization, under which you can check the status of your trademark application. Second is you can get it filed from the local attorney from that particular country, let's say European countries or Canada or any other country. Now, when we are talking about how you can keep checking or how to protect. In India, we have a website, IP India, for protection of trademarks, copyrights. Under there, you can check your statuses of the trademark. You can check that under which stage it is there, what kind of objection is there, what hearings are there. Same goes for other countries. For United States also, there is, just a second, if I'll show you. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes, we can see the questions is there.
Okay, just a second. See. For example, if you are searching something in United States, not able to share it. If you'll put uspto.gov, every country does have their own each and own website where you can check the statuses, where you can check the status of your trademark, availability of trademark, and each and everything. Just a second, if I'll be able to share it, I will share it for. It's not possible to share it here. Can you see the window here? Can you see?
Yeah.
This is for United States. Here you will check the trademarks for United States. For example, if you'll put, let's say if you'll put India, this is for India, public search. You check your trademark statuses, trademark cases here. For example, if you can check it from here as well, the status of your trademark. This is for India. This is also for India, and this is for United States. You can click on trademark search system. Then there will be many options coming how to check and what to check. For example, FinTrack. Neeraj ji, it's registered for closing services for mortgage loans. You're protected here. We can file FinTrack in the United States as well.
Yeah. Sir, our India one is still awaited, and you need to give me an update.
We can check it right away. So moving further.
Yeah, and Ashdeep, one last question from my side. Okay, like, can you give one key takeaway to the business leaders to safeguard, okay, their trademarks during these trade conflicts and trade wars? What is the one key takeaway?
The most important thing is explore different market as well, explore different countries as well.
Yes.
Don't just be on a single country and single product.
Yeah.
You should have three things in your mind. Number one is number of countries. Make sure you have 5 or 10 countries in each in all the continents. You have that.
Yes.
During the trade wars, during trade tariffs. Not every continent, not every country is going to impose that thing. Other thing comes that you should have diversification in your goods or industry. Suppose you are in steel business, in that you should also be in a service business on any other business, let's say chemicals. Number three, I would say that when you are into diversification is done, you are dealing with the countries as well is done, you should also make sure to have multiple brands. Does anyone of you, like everyone uses Zomato, Swiggy?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
order food from there?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that when you are trying to order, suppose you are trying to order pizza. So sometimes what happens is there comes 5 different names, but the products are same. So what people do here, I have seen, if suppose there is a market, there are 10 businesses here. What one person will do, he'll make 5 IDs, 5 different IDs with different names. There will be only one kitchen, and there will be 5 brands.
It is like a cloud kitchen concept.
One cloud kitchen, but 5 brands.
Brand, yes.
Killing the competition by creating fake competition.
Correct.
This is what they do.
Yeah, it is like this, okay, like even it applies to our professionals also, okay, like now we started as a CA or CS, okay, then again insolvency, valuation, all ESG, like that we have to, okay, scope, okay, we have to increase our, like, diversify our scope. Same thing, the companies also should focus on other countries, as you said, other, okay, diversification into other business also. It will protect them.
Absolutely. This is absolutely correct. Because when I started my journey, I started it from very basic thing of what a CS do. So then I moved forward to trademarks, copyrights, and it's been 2 years. I have expanded to real estate.
Yes.
Because you never know how the market works, how the market will. AI is there, how the government will behave. So even the real estate market in Gurgaon is really strong.
Yes.
So we are actually engaged with, I'm actually engaged with more than 500 of real estate RERA agents. We have got at least 430 real estate agent registered in past 2 years. So you have to actually diversify. Everyone should do that.
Correct. Thank you.
Anyone else have question? I think there was someone, a CS student as well, who had joined. Is he here?
Hello, sir.
Hi, do you have any questions here? Are you able to understand the concept, or do you see that there is possible future for you here in this particular trademarks?
Yes, sir. I am preparing myself to ask question to you. I
Please
think
do
this
that.
is for the first time I am asking in any session.
Yeah, please do that. First of all, a question from my side: do trademarks or copyrights fascinate you? Are they fascinating? Like
Yes,
for
sir.
me, whenever I see brand, I don't know. It's very fascinating to me.
Yes, sir. I'll come to the point that first of all, thank you for the wonderful session.
Welcome.
I have for the first time connected to the FinTech,
Very
and
well.
this is very, I think, helpful for me. And I am just starting my professional journey, and I'm searching for the interest area where I can work. So I have just searching that and find out this session, and I have prepared some line, but I'm little forgotten that I'm not interested in the regular compliances. I'm working in the company, but it is very depressing for me.
Very
But
well.
want to learn, enhance my knowledge in every day. So I'm getting interest in my current training. So I'm searching, and the foreign businesses trademark, that is very much interesting for me. So I have just learning them, and I have the question that for me, how I can begin my journey in this area.
Okay. First of all, thank you for the question, and thank you for one more thing, that coming from a CS student, that he do not want to do that regular CS work. This is what I used to think. This is Neeraj, what I believe in this thing. We are not made for filings. We are not made for filings. We are not here for copy pasting things which a chartered accountant is creating here, honestly. So I did my training under in a firm which is a merchant banker. So I did my 12 or 13 months of training there, and it was really fascinating, because SEBI laws are very nice. They make you think like you're technically and legally very strong and a smart person in the room when you're talking about BSc, NSC, SEBI laws, ICDR, LODR, etc. So then what happened was, Anurag, then I started my journey with practice in 2018, and I started CS work. Then I was wandering for work here and there. I got an opportunity for trademarks. Then I learned that trademark is my thing actually. Then comes a day after 2 or 3 years, I got an opportunity in food licensing work. Then I thought this is also my thing. I started litigation in that food licensing. Then I moved to Gurugram, Gurgaon. I've been 2 years here. I was in Delhi before. Then here is real estate industry is very strong. I built my interest here as well. The thing is, you will build your interest in things, and you should be open to everything, I would say. Rather than your CS work, make sure you are open to everything. You're trying each and everything. You might end up liking real estate laws or FEMA laws more than trademarks. I would say make sure to have practical training in this, be it a month or 2 months with someone, and this will actually ensure that you are in right space. I would say, Neeraj and everyone, one should be happy in their work. One should be happy. I love trademarks, honestly. I'm happy with this. Earning less, earning more, it's totally depends. We should be happy in what we are doing. If we are not happy, we should move on to other things.
Correctly said, sir. So if anybody has any other question, I think Ajibji, your session was so really conveyed that I think that nobody has any further query for that. But in case if I receive anything directly one-on-one, I'll forward it to you. And please feel free to answer those things according to your availability.
But I have one complaint here, Neeraj ji. Our community is very silent here. We are building a community. Someone was saying that we should meet on webinars, on physically as well, face to face. We should have calls. Then when there is a webinar, we are kind of silent here. How we are supposed to meet in person when we are silent in webinars? Because I am looking forward to meeting people here in NCR, Delhi, UP, Haryana, Punjab. It's very near to me. I belong to Punjab itself. So we professionals from particular region should connected, should interact, and should meet.
It's a slow pace, sir. Like Rome was not built in a day. So the idea is there. With these webinars, we will be connecting more and more. I'm very happy to announce that we have another webinar coming up in the first week of February, which will be on the new labor codes. And the speaker will be Mr. Naveen Iyer from your area only, Delhi. And he's an expert actuary valuer and all. So this way we will continue to build and advance our community.
Very well, Neeraj.
Let's make mandatory session for all FinTrack community, Neeraj.
Definitely, sir.
Correct. Actually, this is a nice idea. It's actually good for growth.
Yeah.
We are hesitant to join, but if it's mandatory, it's mandatory.
Yes, we have to.
Like CP, give CP, credit hours.
I would like to present a certificate of appreciation to you, sir, for this outstanding session that you have taken. You have taken out your time, and I think for us professionals, time is more important than money. So this is taking out time actually helps to build up the community and also enlighten us. I think everybody who has joined today can say that they have learned something. I have actually learned a first new word, which is trademark squatting or handling of the squat. I was always viewing squatting with the gym part, but at least now I can say that I know squatting also. So with this, I think thank you for taking time.
Thank you very much, everyone.
I think we are at the end of our session. We will be share. Anybody has the requirement for PPT, please DM to me or reach out to us through the mail. And if you have any query regarding what we are doing in the FinTrack community, again, please feel free to reach out to me or Mr. Subbarao, and we will be really happy to answer all your queries. And I'm hoping to meet all of you in our next webinar. The date and exact time will be again shared with you in due course. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.